Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Dungeon Boys. This is Tank Media Games. My name's Keith.
Josh playing as Arlo.
Zenas playing as Grim.
And my name is Brice, playing as Jack Law.
And I, of course, am your DM, and this show is brought to you by Duke's Barbecue, not a sponsor. That's an inside joke. Listen to the show and you'll know why.
That was a good cliffhanger from last episode.
Was it?
Yeah, man.
Yep, because last episode the party met a man named Simon, Treasure Taker, who has devoted his life to taking treasure. He seems to be very self-centered. He has led them to an amphitheater to try to grab a mask of many faces made by the god of performance and humor.
Gnomish god.
And they have agreed to do that because he has a key that they're not supposed to come to Buckland with or without. The leaders of their order, of their secret servant organization, have told them they need to get this key before they go to Buckland, and then they need to go there. But they can't leave without it, so they've got to do what he says to get the key. But they've made it to this amphitheater where they believe the mask is that they're going to help him get, so he'll give them the key. And they found 4 young men who were there waiting for Simon to try to beat him up. And so Grim has made himself the mercenary for them for 50 gold pieces to beat up Simon when he arrives.
Jack is arriving him.
Yeah, Jack is pushing him down the steps as we speak.
Not pushing him down the steps.
Guiding him.
Yeah. Just got a firm hand on the shoulder so he doesn't run off.
Yeah, Jack is pushing him down the steps. And Arlo and Burb are currently, watching at this point.
Where Arlo and Burb are hanging back.
The last thing that was said was Jack said, "You got to reap what you sow, Simon."
I would have made it more dramatic had I known it was going to be a cliffhanger.
Yeah. So that is where we
good,
stand. So the first thing that's going to be said is, well, how about this for reaping what you sow? If you don't push me down there and we just, get rid of these guys, I'm not saying kill them, but just, scare them off, run them off, and we do what we have to do here. I'll give you a fraction of what I receive in payment for the mask when I sell it. How about that?
So are you currently walking down with him?
I am.
Yeah,
Okay.
we haven't made it very far before he starts to say this.
So we're out of Arlo and Burb range.
No, you're not. You're like right there. Like he's barely stood up while he's saying this.
Arlo, do you care to walk with us?
I think I want to hang back on this one.
Listen,
I'm starting to trust
to me.
this fella a little bit less.
Don't push. I don't want to get beat up here, because it's not going to stop anything. You still need the key. I still want the mask, and we're still going to have to do that. So why did I have to do it after being beat up?
Because you've done wrong.
I'm sure you've done wrong. Haven't we all done wrong? You killed a man.
No, we didn't.
A prominent man.
Killed several people. But I did that all out of justice. You have caused this woman great stress.
Yes, I'm sure masked, cleaver-carrying, scary man has done everything out of justice. I'm sure he has. Burb, back me up. Burb he looks back to Burb, and Burb goes, just shrugs. He puts his hands up like, I don't know. Well, I promise you will be very, very wealthy if you just... I'll give you a fraction of what I get for the mask.
I gotta say, Simon.
Yeah.
Did start to trust you less and less. We didn't know the whole story going into this.
Well, whatever. If you insist, I'll go down here. Fine.
Perfectly reasonable. You can talk to these men. Perhaps you say that what they're telling us is completely blown out of the water. If you can convince them that such is not an appropriate reaction to what you've done, then you should be fine.
Just promise me you won't let me get killed, please.
Of course not. We still need you.
Very well. Yes, of course. All right, then.
Can, while they're walking down, can I just, glance around and make, a history or insight or something?
Sure, yeah.
Just see what I see. With, history or...
History is fine, yeah.
Okay. It was a 10.
You don't get anything crazy from looking at the ruins, but you can tell it's very, very old, ancient, back whenever Mediene was ruled by tribal stuff, possibly even before magic was even thrown into the world. There were performances done here, as you can just tell by the way it's set up. You know that the gnomes are very into performance, and that they're of the races, they're one of the most into humor and performance and putting on those kind of things. So it gives you kind of a feeling of this is something from my people. This is something that my ancestors would have really enjoyed, and it resonates with you a little bit. Whether you're a druid or a bard or whoever you are, any gnome would get a kind of a sense of ownership over this place.
Arlo can work with that.
Have I reached the bottom of the steps?
So we begin stepping down, and Simon halfway down. Go ahead.
No, just when I see them approaching, I'm gonna jump off the stage
Okay.
and step up.
Okay, as Simon's heading down, Aspen and his brothers are all kind of doing their thing, and he says, "Well, hello, boys. It didn't intend on seeing you so soonly after we parted ways." And Aspen says, "So soonly after we parted ways, you betrayed our mother. You made her feel like crap. You treated her so poorly. Why would you treat her that way?" "Well, boys, as you know, the life of a traveling treasure finder is one that takes you far and wide, and while I truly loved your mother, and honestly I still do, my travels had to take me away."
Can I roll insight?
Yeah, sure.
Can I address
15.
the 4 fellers?
You absolutely can.
Oh, I'm gonna wait till Zenas do what he
What'd you roll?
15.
You don't believe him. Nobody does. Not even the boys.
They rolled
You're-
1. So.
You're lying. You didn't love our mother. All you did was you came into our house and you treated her just well enough so you could steal our tapestry to get information about this stupid mask.
I'm stepping up to him.
Okay, Simon is stepping up. You're stepping up to
Yeah,
Simon.
I'm just walking up to him. I don't know distance wise, but I don't want to fully reach him before I take my next action.
Gotcha. By this time, he's approaching the bottom of the steps. Jack is behind him. The boys say, "And who's this behind you?"
I guess when he gets down to the bottom of the steps, I want to act.
Gotcha. "And who's this behind you?" "Simon." "Well, it's a new friend of mine. He's rather set on the truth and being just and whatnot. So he's convinced me to come down here and deal with you and come clean. But of course, there's nothing to come clean about. I truly cared about your mother, but my first love is treasure."
Is he at the bottom of the steps?
Yeah, he's here.
I cast Hold Person on him.
Okay, what does that do?
Choose a humanoid that you can see within range is 60 feet. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration.
Roll 17.
Ah, he saves. Dang it.
Okay.
Wait, does he?
Does he feel that?
Does he?
He would feel like a little tingle or something.
I
Like,
guess.
So hold person would be he would have stopped. Almost
He'd be
paralysis.
paralyzed, yeah.
Okay, so he goes to step and for a second he feels like he barely stops and he kind of has to push through it and he's just like, "Oof. That's odd."
Yes, it is. Can I do it again?
Oh.
Not yet. We'll give it a second. He says, "That's are you boys casting some kind of magic on me?" "Well, we don't know. It could be our mercenary we've hired. Grim, beat him up like we said. Take care of him."
Give a thumbs up. Will do, boys.
Simon says, "Wait, hold on now. You think this is your friend? You think this is a mercenary? This is my friend Grim. He's traveling with me." Yeah, you can try it again at this point.
Do it.
Okay.
Please fail. Come on.
7.
Yeah, he fails.
And as he's saying that, he says, "He's traveling with me."
I'm gonna take the slave collar out and I'm gonna walk up to him and put it on him.
Oh boy. Okay.
He is technically telling the truth, but I don't like him.
What do you mean he's telling the truth? You're working with him too?
Out of necessity, boys. I promise. I'm not on his side.
Out of what could you possibly need from this scum?
He has a key that I need. That we need. Jack is my friend. As is... Are you down there? You're not down there.
me and Burb are kind of hiding up towards the
Okay.
back.
Jack is my friend, and we have no business with you. As long as you do not attack us, we won't attack you.
Is there a way out of hold person? Is there if
You
it
have
was
to-
in combat, I
You
would
keep making wisdom saving throws.
Kind of like a grapple,
Okay.
right?
I'll give it a second, then I'll make one.
No, it's not strength. It's wisdom.
It's wisdom.
Oh, yeah.
But it works the same way as trying to get out.
Yeah, technically.
So he can't speak while he's in that, can
No.
he? Okay, so he's just stuck there.
Jack, search him. Quickly.
Got patted down.
Roll investigation.
Okay.
find a toaster, all kind of stuff.
Investigation
Clown
17.
shoes.
You search. You pat him down, but you can't find the key.
Okay.
Did you find anything?
I want to.
I mean, you find a purse of gold that has like 15 gold pieces in it. He doesn't seem to carry a lot on this person.
I want to lean into him and just whisper, I promise they won't kill you. And I'm going to take off the necklace of stone skin and put it around his neck.
Good lord, y'all. Y'all okay?
I walk over and take that
Well,
off.
Jack's
He does not need that.
Huh? No.
Jack, I will not kill him. I promise you. He does not need this.
If he does, he can bring you back to life.
Okay,
No,
I'll
you
take it
no,
back.
you can leave it. You can leave it on there. I'm just saying, like that's what I say to you.
Okay.
16.
That'll do.
All right.
Whoa!
What? So Grim, it was you that was paralyzing me. And you, Jack, why are you patting me down? I promise I'm going to give you the key if you just will help me do what I have to do.
We've already seen that you're a liar.
I don't trust
I'm
you.
only lying to these boys because their emotions are involved.
I want the key.
I know.
Give it to me, and I will help you find the mask. I promise.
No, that is not how this works.
I shock him.
Ouch! That's still not how this works.
I kind of motion for Burb like to go down and make his way towards the other end of the stage, and I want to make my way towards the other corner of the stage.
Okay. I'm not going to give you the key. I won't do it. I will not do it. What do you want to do when you get there? You just want to hang out.
I just want to get closer in case we need
Okay.
to jump in.
Gotcha. Why do you... I promise you, I'm not... yes, I'm
We
lying.
already rolled insight. He wasn't lying about giving us the key.
I know, but I want the key.
Yes, I'm lying to these boys.
want to
I did not.
hold it.
I
He
did
doesn't
not
have
care
it.
about their mother.
I want to
I did
find
not
out
care
where it
one bit
is.
about their mother. She was rather attractive. She used to be an actress. She's maintained her figure. That's cool. But no, I don't care about her so much. You're right, boys. I didn't care about her. I came into your house to steal your tapestry, and now I'm here, and I'm going to get the mask one way or another. And he casts sleep on all of them.
I just brought him down here. I figured they'd all punch him one good time or something.
Can I?
He's going to cast sleep on all of them.
Okay.
I need to roll. What is it? I think it's the d6s. Well. And they all fall asleep. All four of them. So Simon casts sleep over there. All the boys, they're like arguing and like about to run over there, like, you know, brushing up their sleeves about to punch him. And then they all kind of like flop down onto the stage. Asleep says, "All right, fine. We've got a little bit of, you know, of clarity. We can speak about this now. Yes, I did not do right by their mother. I never told you I was a good dwarf. But if you help me get this mask, I will give you your key."
I believe you.
I do too, but I still don't like you.
I don't care if you don't like me, but don't shock me with this
I
collar.
shock him again.
I'm serious. Don't shock me with the collar. And just let's go through the paces. I'm not going to give you the key first, because then you could just leave and you're not going to help me get my mask, and I will have wasted months of my life.
Let's continue onwards towards the mask.
Okay, well, we have to do something about these boys.
Just leave them here.
They will only be asleep for 1 minute. So,
Don't think anything bad's going to happen to them in 1 minute.
but when they wake up, we'll start this all over again.
Then you just cast sleep on them again.
I don't want to. That takes up time. I don't want to cast sleep every minute.
It takes like 2 seconds to
What do
cast
you
a
want
spell.
us to do with them? Tie them up?
I don't know. Tie them up. Send them away.
What?
They're asleep.
Where do we need to go? Did that
Here,
tapestry tell
we're
you
here.
anything about where in this building, in this amphitheater, it could be?
Well, we need to do some searching around, but I haven't got a chance to do that because I'm being shocked like a bad mongrel.
I'm
Yes,
going to go
that is
investigate
accurate.
that bowl.
Okay. The guys are still asleep. All right, so Jack, roll an investigation on the bull.
wanna
Fortuitous
walk up-
that you would do it.
I want to walk up on the stage now.
I go
Okay.
take the collar off of what's his face.
Okay.
Nat 22 bowl.
Thank you, Grim. I understand you're. I see you got a little bit of cash from these boys for doing the mercy. I can understand that. I get it. I'm not mad at you, brother.
Alright.
What?
I'm investigating that bowl.
What are you laughing at?
How'd it go?
Nothing.
Arlo's waving towards Burb like, hey, come on.
Yeah, Burb comes down. He's like bump, 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 coming down the steps, and he says, "Bad man." You invested. What'd you roll?
Nat 20.
A nat 20?
Yep.
Okay. Tell me which of you has that black rock from... That's what I thought. So when you investigate the bowl, you kind of stick your hand in it, you move your arms around it. Of all things in this, it's the least ornate thing that is in this amphitheater, and it really doesn't seem to make a lot of sense for it being there. But as you kind of move toward it, you can feel it. Where do you keep the rock?
Just, I guess, in my bag.
Okay.
I have like a messenger bag style thing on my side.
As you search around it, you can feel whenever the black obsidian crystal, the potato-sized rock that you found in the constable's mansion back in Lonesome, you can feel it, vibrate a little bit, like kind of a magic humming about it whenever you
reach in to take it out.
Okay. Jack, what are you doing over there?
I'm not quite sure, but I just have a sense about this, and I must...
Can we please do something about these boys? Because they're like yawning now and waking up.
Do you not have rope yourself?
I don't carry rope. I carry a violin and a sword. What do I use rope for?
This exact situation.
Well, typically I get out of these situations by leaving before they notice that I've slept with their mother and not cared about her.
Deep.
I don't have any rope either. Just take 4 hits. Be a man. They won't use weapons, and that amulet I gave you will protect you from dying.
Will you assure me they won't use the weapons?
I'm sure Grimm can assure you they won't use weapons.
I don't know these boys. I just took 50 gold from them.
So they begin to wake up, and Aspen is like,
ask them not to. Then.
What happened to us? Why did we all go to sleep? Why do we haven't been traveling that long? One of them says, I think he cast a spell on us. You cast a spell on us, did you, Simon? Yes, I put you to sleep. I just needed some time to clear my mind. If you would like to all have one good, clean hit across my face.
No weapons.
No weapons. I see you have swords there. Please leave them in the corner of the stage before you come to hit me. If you would all like one good punch in the face, I will accept that. But you have to leave us alone after that.
Arlo gets in line.
Arlo, you don't get a punch. You're with me. You see, it seems that all of you have forgotten you're with me today.
We're
I still
technically
don't
here for
trust
the
you.
key, so
Well,
if we get that and you die, I don't care.
Well, I don't care much about you living either way. I just want my mask. So, boys, if you would like to get one good, huh?
Are you the gnome?
The gnome. I'm a dwarf.
The god.
Oh, I'm just a dwarf. I mean, Simon's a dwarf.
All right, I believe you.
Okay, fine. Boys, crack your knuckles. Get one good hit in, okay? Do it for Mom. And so they all come up and they all go to punch him, and I'm just gonna roll damage on his face.
It's just 4.
They're pretty big, beefy boys.
One of the
But they
brothers
still do
grabs his
one-
smaller
just
brother,
does one
starts
damage.
It's
wailing
still
on
just
him.
1 damage.
Oh, just all 1 damage? I thought it
Yeah.
did D4's worth of damage.
No,
That's why I kept saying it's just a pun.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Not a big deal.
Gotcha. My bad. I forgot about that. Okay, so he takes 4 punches. They all walk up. Say, "This was for our mother. And this was for our dead father that you disgraced his memory. This was for the tapestry that you stole from our home that led you here."
Do you still have the tapestry? Can you give it back at least?
He grabs his jaw, some blood trickles on down his lip, and he says, "Yes, I'll give them their tapestry back." And he takes out of his bag and takes it out, and it's all balled up and stuff, and he tossed it back at Aspen, who was the last one to hit. He says, "Well, I guess my hands are full, and this one is for just being a jerk." And he kicks him right in the nuts. And Simon just goes to his knees and says, "Oh,
Ooh.
my dwarven boys." Okay, are you all happy now?
So Jack, how are things over there?
I'm sorry, I got a bit distracted by the
Oh no, he didn't sell.
The
I
show.
don't think I mentioned him selling the tapestry. If I did, that was wrong. Can you all leave us alone now? Go back and you give your regards to your mother. Aspen as they're all climbing up out of the amphitheater, Aspen turns around and runs back and just punches him right in the nose again. And that one's from double jerking. And then he leaves. Yeah, and so the four of them leave. They all go to Grim. They say, "Good thing we're wealthy. You took all our money, and that was dishonest. But thanks for helping us out."
I needed a key. You understand.
Do you have a key?
We don't understand much of anything that's going on here. We got to go home and comfort our grieving mother. See ya. And they leave. Okay, back to Jack. You are do what you want.
Everyone, I don't know what's about to happen, if anything.
I want to step up there with him.
Okay.
I was going to say stand back. Grim, I'm glad you're with me. I like your enthusiasm.
Hands on the bowl.
And
Arlo is like looking around.
What's this?
I put the crystal into the bowl.
Yeah, as you say stand back and everything, Burb is over there too, like with Arlo peeking in. Simon's the only one who stands back, like try to protect himself. And whenever you push the rock into the bowl, like it doesn't like go through or anything, but it like adheres to the bottom. And it begins to vibrate and stuff. You pull your hand back, and the rock then begins to kind of like liquefy into this like black, just Vespa. What's it called? Black.
Vanta black.
Vanta black. The deepest black you can imagine into this swirling bowl, and it begins to swirl into this liquid, and it swirls and it swirls and it swirls, and it rises up to fill the bowl. And then it's all kind of gets sucked magically through the bottom of the bowl where there was no hole in the bottom. That is gone. The rock disappears.
How's the bowl doing?
The bowl is doing fine. For a moment,
like
nothing
black
happens.
liquid in there, or what's?
There's no liquid anymore.
Okay.
The liquid swirled, and like the rock turned into the liquid, and the liquid swirled, and it got sucked down into the bottom, through the bottom, away out of the bowl.
Right.
And we all survive.
And then there's silence.
Well, that happened.
Yes, it did. What is going on? What happened? What did you do?
As I approached the bowl, the stone that I procured from Ronald Witherbranch's estate began to hum, as if resonating with the bowl. I thought maybe if they were together, they would have some sort of effect.
Arlo's looking around for other rocks to try.
But the stone seems to have melted and flown away somewhere into the bowl. Flown is not past tense of flow.
As you're speaking and Simon is rubbing his head, getting frustrated, you hear an echoing voice from out of the ether. There's no physical being associated with it. It's a voice seems to be just coming from the area you are in alone. And it says, "Well, hello, you all, and welcome to my stage. It seems the crowd is a little sparse today, but that is no matter. The show must go on."
Well,
Dang,
I did
right.
not expect this.
I don't dance.
And Arlo is a little bit shocked. He's looking for where this voice is coming from.
"You shall not have to dance. Firstly, I must ask you, what brings you here to see the show today?"
That man.
We came with a friend.
"What do you mean you came with a friend? But why? Why are you here? Are you here to see the show?"
You'll have to address that question to Simon. He's the one who brought us.
"I'm asking all of you." Simon chimes up. He says, "We're not here to see your show. We're here for the Mask of Many Faces."
I like a good show.
He says, "Oh, well, thank you, little gnome fellow. Thank you very much. I'm sure you would enjoy the show. But Mr. Simon, it seems, is your name. If you're not here to watch the show, then maybe you should just leave." And whenever he says that, two purple specters appear in the form of big, beefy bouncer men. Like just big, muscly guys are standing at the front of the stage, kind of near where you are, and they each have a mace strapped to their belt, but they are still in this kind of purple, ethereal-looking form.
I'm thinking like the pomegranate commercials.
Sure, if you want.
It's like the purple dragon, like the purple samurai or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
If you want to think of it that way, I think it's more of an airy, less liquid, more of an airy type situation, but they're very spectre-like.
But all
And as this voice is saying that, the specters grab their mace and they begin to inch forward menacingly towards your group.
Is this part of the show?
No, it's not part of the show. The part of the show is an entertaining, comedic masterpiece. It has. It's not here to serve whatever other motives you have. If you're not here to see the show, I'd rather you just leave.
Well, that's been a good show in a while.
Very well, very well. Simon says, "Fine, we're here for the show." In the voice, I can't look at you as a voice, but the voice is, "What about you, masked man? What are you here for?"
I told you I came with friends. Whatever they wish to do, I will do with them.
That sounds like a bit of a loophole, but I'll allow it. Thank you all for coming to see my show. You, bird person, what about you? Bird says, "See the show." And he says, "Wonderful, splendid, splendid, splendid. I'm so glad that you came. We have quite the show lined up for you today, and I'm sure you all specifically will enjoy it." Any responses?
I hope so.
Arlo puts just a random rock in the bowl.
Okay. That doesn't belong there. Take it out.
Takes it out.
Now, I like to start and finish my shows with a little audience participation. So,
Dang it.
may I have a
Arlo reaches for the rock again.
may I have a single volunteer
My
from the
hand
crowd?
flies up.
Ooh, quickly. Then.
I will do it.
Well, if that's what you choose, would anyone else like to go in any competition for our one volunteer? We only need one, but certainly if you would like to fight over the opportunity, I would not. That would not displease me.
I turn to Simon and raise a necrotic fist into the air. Simon.
Simon says, "Oh no, by all means, Grim, please have at it."
Thank you. I am going to have so much fun.
The voice says, "Well, I just like to get everyone's blood pumping a little bit before our shows begin. So, I need my volunteer on stage, please."
I thought it was already on stage.
Yeah,
Y'all are
that's
all
okay.
right in front of the stage. The bowl is right in front of the stage.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I jump up there.
Okay. Welcome to the stage. What is your name, patron?
You can call me Grim, if it please you.
It pleases me to call you your name, Grim.
I am sorry. I do not know yours, though.
My name is Gol Glittergold.
Glitter gold.
I am the gnomish god of performance and humor. You are in the presence of a god.
Arlo is just like the only person in the audience just clapping.
This is Thad.
Very well. I am pleased to make your acquaintance, Goal.
I'm sure that you are. Garl.
Garl?
Glittergold.
Forgive me, Garl.
You are forgiven. Thank you for coming to my show. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Just right off the bat.
Ooh, hang on now. What's my modifier? That's a 13.
That is not going to see you.
I'm dead.
Now I need to know, what is Grim's greatest fear?
That's
Manual labor.
Lack of sandwich.
Do I have this written down? You're casting Phantasmal Killer or something?
This is a kind of homebrew thing I'm making up, so...
Four-toed sloths.
Does it need to be a physical thing, I fear, like a bear? Or is it something like...
Just you tell me, what's your greatest fear?
I guess Grim's greatest fear is, being unable to defend people? Weakness when it comes to saving others. If you can translate
More physical.
Yeah. I was looking for more physical, but...
That's why I asked.
But there were some things that you could have said that I could have translated, I think, into something physical.
Well, I mean, you could make it
something that saps his strength.
No, I mean something kind of wraps around all of us and chains us to maybe the big boulder.
That would directly affect him.
Yeah, this will be okay. I got it.
It would have to directly affect Grim. Is what I'm saying.
Garl Glittergold, huh? What's up?
Oh, it's still good.
Yeah. Garl Glittergold says to you, he says, "Well, what we usually like to start our shows to get everyone's blood pumping is just a little bit of combat. Just a little, little fisticuffs match, a little fight between someone and something they fear. So, let us begin. So, coming up before you, there are two specters appear. Two of these purple kind of apparitions appear, and
I should have chose the bunnies.
one of them appears standing over your sleeping father. There's a spectral kind of projection of your father on the ground underneath a spectral version of a large bear. The other is a spectral version of your sister, Ferris, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who is on the other side of the stage from you. You're standing center stage. On stage left is Ferris, who is underneath the projection of a large ankeg, which is that giant armored praying mantis thing. And on the other side is Brunner Baker, Grimm's father, underneath the bear. And you will need to roll initiative.
Alrighty.
Anybody got a sheet of... There we go.
Oh, I didn't roll in the bowl. I completely forgot about the bowl.
It was not a bowl roll.
Can I re-roll in the bowl, please?
Can he re-roll a non-bowl roll?
No, I'm completely joking.
Oh.
All right, what'd you roll?
I roll 6. I'm gonna go last. Probably.
Okay. Okay. So, the first thing that occurs is the bear. The bear, not really even noticing you, reaches down,
No, continue.
with his teeth, and he pushes his teeth down, and he just bites a big old hunk out of your dad. And your dad yells and goes, "Help! Help, Grim! Get this bear off of me!" And the bear goes on him.
Death ensues.
Now, secondly, it's the Ankeg's turn, Ankeg or whatever. Your sister is on the ground, and as the Ankeg reaches up, it stabs one of its arms into your sister, and she shouts, "Oh, Grim, help! Please help!" And that's the end of their turns.
Is it my turn?
Mm-hmm.
I cast spiritual weapon upon the bear.
Also, it should be known that whenever this voice was heard, the sky darkened above you, and like the theater is now darkened, as if you're in there for a show. Go ahead. Do you what now?
You create a floating spiritual weapon within range that lasts for the duration or until you cast the spell again. When you cast the spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus spellcasting ability modifier. And it's a bonus action to cast and attack. So I'm going to do that upon the bear for a mighty 23 to hit him.
That will hit, yeah.
And that's 11 damage.
All right, cool beans.
And for Mr. Onkeg, what do I want to cast on that boy? I'll cast the Sacred Flame on him. So he's got to succeed on a Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Take him at 2.
Sorry, excuse me. What was our roll in Dex?
Yep.
14.
That matches.
Okay. So you're attacking, I guess.
So he takes 7 damage.
7 damage from, and what were you doing again?
Sacred Flame
Which
on
is
him.
radiant damage,
Yeah,
right?
flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range.
You're going to need to let me know damage types on this one.
Force for the hammer, radiant for this one.
But it was your spectral weapon, right? It was like a magic situation.
Yeah, it was pure magic,
gotcha.
so that's why it's force.
Okay.
Because force is what they use for pure
Cool.
magic.
Grim, it is now the bear's turn. And the bear is going to run over to you real quick and do a spell called Life Drain.
That's cool, man.
It is
Sounds like fun.
plus.
Wholesome.
Yeah.
He rolled a 7 to hit you, so I don't think he hit
He do not.
And then he's over there by you,
Cool.
between you and your father. And then the Ankeg is going to take its time to just, really jam into your sister again and stab her again. And she's like, Grim, please stop wasting time and help me.
How far away?
She's 30 feet behind you, and your father is 30 feet in front of you. Like, I guess because you're looking at the bear.
Okay. Well, crap. I'm just going to attack the bear twice then. Because I can only move the hammer 20 feet.
Okay.
23 to hit him.
Yeah, go hit again.
Come on now. I can't get that. 13 damage.
13 damage? Yeah, you got it.
Necrotic as well.
Oh, it's necrotic damage?
It's D8 bludgeoning, D4 necrotic.
Okay, what'd you get necrotic?
4.
Okay. And so total was
13.
13. Gotcha.
And then the second hit is a 26.
Yeah, that'll hit him.
9 damage, 1 necrotic.
Okay, gotcha. So the bear is not looking good. You've beat him up pretty good here.
I'm going to use my bonus action. I'm going to go ahead and pull the hammer 20 feet closer.
Okay, gotcha. So, well, the bear was right there at you. So you want to go behind you then, I guess? You're then...
Is that a school bus?
Maybe.
There are people outside the room.
I summoned the hammer at the bear, so he's 30 feet away. He's floating over Bruno.
Gotcha,
so I'm pulling it 20 feet closer this way.
Gotcha, cool. So it returns, and do you do any movement?
No.
Is this emotionally affecting Grim in any way? Zenas is fine, but...
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. Grim is distraught. He's rather angry.
Okay.
He's just kind of focusing on what's going on, lots of growling and stuff.
Cool.
So when he punched him, there was definitely a type thing.
So is this like you failed to have the spell not affect you, or is this
I failed, like...
You think this is real?
Well, if they're spectral, I guess... Yeah,
they are real.
Can they see?
Y'all are watching this happen, excuse me.
No, I mean, like... Does he believe like this is actually his father and his sister? Is that what like the spell's effect has done to him, or
that's what I was operating under?
That's what I was.
Yeah,
okay.
It feels a lot more real than. I mean, you have your wits about you somewhat. Of course, you can logically think about what's going on, but also, yeah, the part of the failing of the wisdom saving throw is that it feels a lot more real than it would have. Josh, what we got going on outside?
There's a couple of dump trucks just doing donuts.
Nice. I love dump trucks and how they ruin our shows. It'll just have to be okay. So, God, it's so
just
loud.
making circles out there in a 4-way intersection.
Good for them.
Pause the recording if you want.
They're going.
moving now.
They're going. It is now the bear's turn. The bear is going to attempt to use life drain on you again.
Do it.
And he crit fails. Poor bear. Bad news for the bear.
You suck.
Well, he could use the life train, so he doesn't suck.
Wait. I need to go back.
What?
When you were punching earlier with the so it was
Bludgeoning.
What?
It was...
Bludgeoning then necrotic?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Back in time.
Yeah, the bear failed, and the bear's going to turn around and go back towards your father.
Punch him.
Okay, you going to try to punch him?
Is that an opportunity attack?
Yeah. 16.
That'll hit.
8. 12 damage, 4 necrotic.
Okay, it seems at this point, after these couple punches that you've made, like they don't seem to be affecting this bear very much. The bear is definitely in a spectral looking form. You know, it doesn't look like a real bear. It looks like a ghostly looking bear. But as you punch him, it's just doesn't seem to be bothering him whatsoever.
Not even the necrotic?
Not even necrotic. Even that's not bothering him too bad.
No. Nothing. Continue.
What?
Nothing. Continue.
The thing, yeah.
Continue.
Okay, yeah. So the bear goes back. With his turn, he is going to again attack your father. And the Ankeg is again going to attack your sister.
Alright, man. I'm upset at this.
Okay? It's your turn.
Alright. I'm going to, as a bonus action, have the hammer go back and hit the bear.
Okay?
14 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
7 damage.
That'll do.
Is the hammer hitting him?
Yeah, when the hammer hits, He definitely like recoils in pain, and you can see that like the spectral form of this bear is taking the hits of the hammer, but unlike the bunches.
Okay.
Also, the rest of you can see all this happening. You are free to do whatever you want during this.
I'm going to cast Toll the Dead upon the Uncake.
Okay.
He makes a Wisdom saving throw.
Arlo's just kind of taking in the show, like realizing this is a show. So.
Yeah. So he rolls a 9. Probably a fail.
Yes, fail. Did the radiant damage affect him?
The radiant damage of the... Yeah, it did. It did.
Cool.
It looked like it did, at least.
Oh, this is 9. That is 13 necrotic damage. I guess that's probably not going to affect him.
It will not... Well, it doesn't look like it does. So the Ankeg, even with this the ringing of the bells, it seems to be okay.
Great.
With the bear's turn, he's going to, after attacking your father, he's going to run back over there and try to use his life drain on you. And he is going to roll a 13.
That will not do.
All right. And then he's going to return to your father, giving you the ability for an opportunity attack if you like.
I'm not gonna take it. It doesn't do anything.
And the Ankeg is going to come and try to do the same thing on you. Good gravy. What happened to my dice tray? Another crit fail on that one. So the Ankeg goes to like try to drain you a little bit, and it does not succeed. And
the
it
bear
returns.
ran to me and ran back? He's got 60 feet of movement?
Oh, he doesn't. Sorry, he ran to you. They're both at you now.
Okay,
Excuse
cool.
me.
Grim, do you need assistance?
I'm good.
Fair enough.
Slowly. I haven't been hit.
Yeah.
My parents, my father and my sister are dying. You could do something about that if you please. If you could just stand over their corpses, that would be nice.
I can do that.
Then thank you.
It looks like he's having a good enough time. It'll be all right.
I thought he normally enjoyed this sort of thing.
That's what I thought.
Not when my family is dying.
Does he know that's not really his family? I don't think so.
All right.
I'm trying to find the thing that I
The
need.
whispering of... We're not going to tell him.
Well, we're in the audience, so.
Yeah.
Burb
is clapping.
I don't say anything.
Encore.
I'm going to cast. It's my turn, right?
It is.
I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
You call forth spirits to protect you. They flit around you to a distance of 15 feet for the duration. If you are good or neutral, their spectral form appears angelic or fey. I'm gonna go angelic.
Okay.
If evil, fiendish. When you cast the spell, you can designate any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected by it. Those two, Arlo and Jack. An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d8 radiant damage.
Okay.
Are his family members dead?
They're on the ground. They're getting attacked periodically.
Okay. And then I'm gonna call the hammer 15 feet forward.
Forward to you? Or,
Yeah, 15 feet to me.
Okay.
Well, whenever next is an opportune time for me to do so, I'm going to go over to Grim's sister and kind of defend her.
You try to move to do that and step onto the stage, but you are prevented from doing so by what feels to be some sort of force field, some sort of magical wall that keeps you from pushing through it.
Grim,
It is invisible.
We can't get in to help. You're on your own.
What good are you then?
Can I try casting Healing Word on good old Padre Baker?
You, of course, can try that.
Okay. All right. I try casting Healing Word,
Okay.
and I shout out, "Mr. Baker, suck less!"
It's my father you're talking about.
From what you can see, it doesn't seem to affect him. He doesn't even really. He doesn't seem to hear you or respond to whatever it is you're saying.
I'm going to lean over to Jack. Jack, I think you're right. I think Grim's kind of on his own with this one.
I believe so, Arlo.
You did your turn. So these angels have appeared
Yeah, man. Well, they're just like floating. It's like 15 feet.
around you.
Yeah, and it's like they're just tiny little balls of light that float
Okay.
around.
Cool. So the bear and the Ankh each are going to try to attack you again.
Okay.
So they start their turn there.
The bear takes 9 radiant damage.
Do I do a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah. Actually, I think you do.
Well, he rolled a 4, so he not safe.
Okay. Yeah. So 9 damage for
Good
him.
gravy. I broke my dice. and a 9 from the on-keg.
Hey.
The on-keg takes 13 damage
All right. And why is it different? I forgot.
because they're different turns.
Oh,
Yes.
gotcha. Makes sense. Okay. So the bear takes how many?
7?
Okay. And
Oh, man.
the on-keg takes how many?
13, I think.
Okay.
I guess. You can't
All right.
ask me these things. I'm not going to remember.
So each of them kind of like, sees with pain at this radiant damage as these angels give them the damage and the attacks. But they are going to roll to try to drain your life. 1 from the bear. 15 to hit.
That will do.
All right. This will do 3d6 necrotic damage. 5, 7, and 10. So you have done 10 damage to you.
I have done to 5
Wait,
damage.
you must do 10 Constitution saving throw. Yeah, roll a Constitution saving throw.
18.
You succeed. Cool.
Also, if they're getting health back, I only took 5 damage because I am resistant to radiant and necrotic damage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you only take the 5 damage. Or, it was 10 at first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you only take the 5 damage as they try to drain you. Or that was just the bear.
Mm-hmm.
So, this was a 21, which will do it.
Yep.
Another
save?
Yeah, another save first. Or not first, but after the damage. 8 damage.
Okay, so 4, and I rolled a 12 for a save.
Okay, you succeed. So, you're taking this life drain, but you don't feel like it's permanently affecting you. It's just your health is going down. So they are there, and then they want to leave your space and go back to where they were. So
they can only make it 15 feet.
Okay, so they only make it 15 feet away from you.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Yeah, I'm going to... That's accurate. Brice is drawing out Grim destroying his enemies. one dude's like torn in half.
That's accurate.
I'm going to
I'll
have
upload it on Twitter.
the hammer. I forgot what it was. I'm going to have the hammer attack the bear.
Okay, swing it.
That's a mighty 22.
Good. You've rolled like 20 above 20 every time.
6 force damage for him.
All right, so you smack the bear, and on this one, the hammer passes through the bear, and his spectral form disappears. And surprisingly to you, so does the form of your father. It just disappears whenever the bear falls away.
I'm not going to really focus on that. I'm just going to whirl around and face the other thing.
All right.
I lean over at
Come
Jack.
on, Grim, you've got this.
I lean over at Jack and I whisper to him,
I actually said that in character to you.
do you think he's figured out they're not real yet?
I don't think he can figure that out.
Simon from outside the thing says, Grim, would you please hurry this up? I've got a max to get.
I am trying.
Well, try a little bit faster.
I will kill you when I get off this stage.
You will not.
Boy.
I lean over to where Simon is. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he will. I'm pretty sure he will.
We shall see.
I'm going to run over to the Onkeg and I'm going to cast Hand of... Nope, I'm not. I'm going to stay where I am. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame. I forgot about
Okay.
that. Hand of Flame. Dexterity saving throw.
Yapadong. I don't believe he succeed. He do a 7.
You do not. That is 13 radiant damage he take.
All right, so this sacred flame that comes from the sky, I believe.
Yeah.
The sacred flame that comes from the sky, it's radiant damage, so it passes through the Onkeg, and as it does, the Onkeg, vibrates and its spectral form shakes, and then it disappears.
Yay,
And
Capitan.
and so does your sister, and you have ended this situation that you were in.
Cool.
Combat is over.
Yay.
And as combat is
I'm
over,
emotionally broken.
as combat is over, you can personify that however you would like.
Graham, I think you won.
Yeah, it would seem so. Garl, what was that?
Oh, what good fun, everyone! What good fun! Is everyone's blood pumping now? Is everyone excited to be here?
I have blood that's moving.
Yes, you do. Well, Grim, I understand that was probably a little bit taxing, but you have to give things a little bit of stakes whenever you want to start off a show. I hope it wasn't too bad for you. You were very successful. Well done.
Yes.
But now that we've warmed up our audience, it's time for the show. Please, no talking during the show, as it is very, very rude. I'll make thespians of you all yet. Now, without further ado, the sky begins to darken.
Grim, are you getting off the stage?
Yeah, I'm stepping down to where they are.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I want to punch Simon.
Do you do that?
Can I?
I mean, you can try.
That is a 23 to hit.
We still got the collar on too,
you
right?
walk
No, it's
over
okay.
to Simon, and you punch him.
Not necrotic. I'm just 5.
Okay, so you punch him and like his neck snaps. He's like, "What? If you don't all stop hitting me today, how half am I not to give you this key and just find someone else to do this?"
I can leave you in the hands of Garl if you'd like.
He just has no problems with me. You're the one he took into the cube and had fight.
I volunteered.
Just can we please get on with this, please? And please don't punch me anymore. It's ridiculous.
The day has yet to end.
Then Garl says, Now, I need you to have your manners. When the sky darkens and the lights come on, it's showtime. Please, no talking during the show." And then it gets dark, and on the columns you can see, kind of ghostly appearances of big candles that are magnified to point light at the stage. And
Nice visual. I like that.
it opens up, and the stage also spectrally appears some curtains in front of the stage that are closed, and then all of this, everything you're about to see on stage, I want you to picture as kind of like that same wispy purple kind of airy looking stuff. And as scenes change and as different things are shown to you, like the different stuff kind of blows away in the wind, and something else appears in that same wispy form. Got it?
Got it.
Just so we're all kind of picturing on the same page.
We are on it.
So, the spectral curtains open, and you don't know it, but I will say that you all see something different. Jack, we'll start with Jack first, because he's the first one I have written down. We will go through what Jack sees in the show on the stage. And most of it's, I think almost all of it's silent. So, Jack, you see yourself in your old butcher's shop slicing up a large cut of meat hanging from one of the hooks in the ceiling. You look up, and from off stage, a beautiful elven woman, your wife, strolls in with one of her famous sweet rolls. The steam billows off of it as she offers it to you. She takes some of the homemade icing off of it and wipes it on your uncovered nose playfully as you laugh and talk for a moment. After you guys are finished shortly with this little exchange and you kind of laugh and enjoy one another, she exits the stage. And the large cut of meat that is hanging center stage falls to the ground and kind of dissipates into like a smoky thing on the floor. But whenever the smoke is just about to go farther out, it then sinks to the floor and becomes a big puddle of blood.
Jack's got kind of a misty tear in his eye at this point.
Yeah, it's a puddle of blood. And then in that puddle of blood, your wife kind of appears coming out of that puddle of blood, laying there and where she died. Her belly is cut open and she's just dead in that puddle of blood. Jack, you kneel to the puddle and you grab the hand of your beloved bride as she lay there in this puddle of her own blood. And you glare upwards at a group of orcs that appear in your line of sight as they point at you and are in the process of laughing at what has happened. And Jack can be seen as you see yourself grab the cleaver that is on your hip, and as you stand up to swing your cleaver at them as you come across toward them, they all disappear, and a jet black dark hand grabs your wrist in the and it's where the orcs used to be. A black hand grabs your wrist. Excuse me. The hand pushes you into a chair, which appears behind you as the puddle and your dead bride disappear. The chair grows smaller and smaller, and then the hand grows larger, and just a full arm can be seen passing through like a portal in the air, coming towards you. And as it comes towards you, it looks like it's about to grab you, but then it turns, and you and this large hand shake hands. As you do shake hands with this large black hand, you shake, and your back tenses up, and you look to the sky as if some strange power is electrifying you. The hand waves to you, and then leaves back through the portal. The chair turns to face the crowd, which is just you, really. The chair turns to face you as your mask, the mask that you wear every day, forms on your face. It wasn't there before. You stand up out of the chair as the chair disappears behind you. Before your feet appears your bride's dead body once more. And then the two of you begin to rise up and up and up on an ever-growing pile of orc bodies, some cut, some crushed, some cleaved in two. The pile never stops growing as you begin to disappear at the top of the stage, and all that's left is a giant pile of orc bodies, and orc bodies continue to roll down it and down the side until it fills the stage, and then a strong wind comes and blows all of it away.
That's pretty dope. I like that.
And that's the end.
I picture it very much like the Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows.
Absolutely,
kind of
that's a lot of inspiration for that a little bit. Next is Grim. Grim, you see your father and your mother, both younger, while your mother is pregnant. They are knelt in the woods in a circle of stones, knelt in prayer. They raise their heads, then they disappear, and a great tapestry appears floating on the stage. It's made of hundreds and hundreds of equally sized patches, all with different things painted on them. Before there is a time to evaluate any particular one, it grows larger and larger as if it's zooming in on one particular spot. And it continues to zoom and zoom and zoom until it zooms in on a particular seam in the tapestry. It doesn't zoom in on any one of the patches. It zooms in on a seam. And it continues to zoom, and the thing grows larger as if you're zooming through the seam. You go into the darkness of the seam, then everything is dark on stage. And in that darkness, the only sound you hear actually in this one is a baby's cry is heard. A baby appears now on the stage in its crib as your mother and your father gather around. They all disappear shortly after that, and you see yourself on stage, locked in combat with the bear in adulthood. The bear seems to overpower you, but just in time, you become your necrotic shroud form, and the bear relents in fear and runs away. As the bear runs away, it fades and is replaced by your father. He draws near to you in your necrotic form, examines you briefly, and then turns around and walks away. You then fade as your father walks to the other side of the stage and up an appearing staircase which you recognize as the one in the constable's mansion in Lonesome. He sits on the couch center stage and peers into a fireplace. The fire grows larger and larger, and within the flames, you can be seen fighting off monsters and casting spells. Then Grim stops. You stop as a large figure in a hood makes its way toward. You stop as a large figure in a dark hood makes its way towards you with an outstretched hand. You look hesitant, and as the figure reaches, as you reach out for the figure's hand, and then everything blows away. Then finally, Arlo. Arlo, you see yourself, but as a child, sitting on the bank of a river with a homemade fishing rod in your hand. You're alone. Slowly from behind you, a large puma is stalking. It creeps and creeps and creeps forward, licking its teeth for a taste of little Arlo. Arlo turns and shrieks in fear. The puma pounces in midair, but then transforms into Briar and lands on the ground, and the two of you have a good laugh. The scene changes as Arlo is a little bit older. Briar pats his big belly, then points to a picture of a wolf in a book. Also, Arlo strains and stares forward, eyes bulging comedically. Then, poof, his head and arms transform into a wolf head and arms, but not the rest of him. He holds the transformation for a moment and then returns to his regular self as he and Briar laugh again. Next, Arlo is an adult. Arlo is an adult as he and Briar are tearing down a camp. Briar begins to walk away from Arlo as Arlo travels the other way. Briar turns and looks back before exiting the stage. Arlo then fades as Briar is seen wandering through the woods. He stumbles upon a hunting party attacking a huge beast. Beast is wounded, and the hunters taunt and spit at it. Briar is seen scaring them away by manipulating the trees as the scene fades. Next, Briar is sitting with his back to a tree as two gnolls take turns beating him with their fists. Blood trickles down his face, intermingled with tears as the two gnolls laugh. The scene fades as Arlo returns to the stage, running up and giving Briar a huge hug, but Arlo is soon pulled backward away from Briar and up onto the deck of a ship as he waves goodbye to his master. As the ship pulls away, a dark hooded figure with an unsheathed blade is standing behind Briar. As the blade moves toward Briar's neck, everything fades and everything blows away.
That was nice.
I like it. It seems vaguely familiar.
Yes, applause is usually in order after a good program, especially 5 different programs all at the same time, may I add. I truly hope you enjoyed the show. My programs are meant to not only be beautiful to watch, but also to push the audience to really think deeply about themselves.
I do wonder what verb, so.
Yep.
Now, I played the prima donna a little bit earlier, but I know why you're here. I'm a god after all. I can see what goes on. You're here to try to find my mask of many faces, aren't you, dwarf? You mentioned it earlier, but I knew it before you said it. As this is just a stop on the road for you four, I imagine. Well, you have come far and enjoyed my show, but if you want to get into the green room where the real magic happens, you'll need to answer one question to prove that you're a real thespian.
What you got?
What is the question?
What is the question? Find out next week on Dungeon Boys. Thank you so much for listening. What is the question that Garl Glitter Gold has for the party? What will happen in the green room if they do make it there? And what was the meaning behind all those weird little shows?
My daddy
Find
got some
out
explaining to do.
later on. In the meantime, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're on iTunes, please be sure to leave us a review. Follow us on Twitter at Tank Media Games, and if you love the show, go visit patreon.com/Tank Media Network to see if you want to support us with anything even as low as $1 per month. We love you very much.
Bye.
Toodles.
Later.